Welcome to Nursing 793. This is the continuation of 792, and this is the course where you will complete your DNP project and all the requirements surrounding the completion of the culmination of your DNP program. So we're going to start out with the nuts and bolts. To get started with the course, we're going to start out with the orientation video. Look at the Start Here tab and really carefully review the content there. There's key information within the Start Here tab, and we'll go through that in just a moment. And really familiarize yourself with the course structure. And it's very similar to 792, so you'll be accustomed to the structure also. The first thing that you really need to do after going through the course itself is establish your timeline. And it's very important that you consult with your faculty chair for the timeline and seek approval with your project team members. And you need to do that very early in the course because that will set the stage for the entire course trajectory. So we're really looking at the culmination of your project and making sure to set you up for success that everyone's on the same page by coordinating the timeline. So let's go ahead and take a look at the course itself. This is the faculty information area, and I've included my contact information, and I typically respond to emails very quickly, especially through the week and most weekends. There will be select weekends where my response may be delayed until the work week, so just know that that may occur. And also I try to give you very quick feedback, and by designing the timeline together, we're going to really streamline that process as well. And there's also the contact information for other faculty within the DNP program here, just for your convenience. Now we are in the Start Here section, and there is an overview of the 793 syllabus. It starts out with the full syllabus is attached, so it's there for your convenience, as well as the evaluation methods are listed here, and it goes into what points are attached to each one of the activities. And just remember that this is where we're bringing absolutely everything together. And as far as just explaining a little bit about the timeline, the completion of the timeline, there are points assigned with just completing the timeline as far as the dates projecting what your timeline will be. And then at the very end, there are points assigned to compliance with that timeline. So that's what it means by the timeline. The points are divided. So take a look at the course itself as far as the division of points, but again, everything's set up for you to be successful. The other thing is you may have completed some of the requirements in 792, and that is perfectly fine. You will indicate that on your timeline when we go through that as well. I do have the aggregate outcomes and the student learning outcomes listed here, and these are the major milestones for the course itself. Again, it's delineated in the timeline, so it's very clear as far as the progress in this particular course. Also, all the materials that you need to be successful in the course are included here. We have the nursing project guidelines, and we have the PowerPoint template, as well as the rubrics and the milestone document. So we're going to go ahead and open the milestone document now. There are a couple of things that I want to explain to you as you complete your timeline. This is really your contract for when you will get each of the components completed. So you may have already done some of the requirements as far as the practicum hours are already completed, possibly. So you just want to indicate that that is completed and you are done. And you can indicate here as well that that requirement is completed. As far as what you're looking for as far as Chapter 2, that final read through Chapter 2, making sure everything is in order. And then it's divided by the dates as far as your chair, the faculty member who's on your team, and then your external stakeholder is T2. So you're going to have separate dates for each of those things, and that's why your team members need to approve this to assure that they're on track as well with your time frame. So we're really working together in a very cohesive manner for completing your project. We're all on the same team. So then these are the projected dates, and then these are the dates that are actually submitted by you as the student to each one of the different team members. And then it's when it's received by the faculty team, and if there's action required, and the revision due date. So it may vary a little bit, but if there's additional drafts that need to be done, then we need to indicate that and be very clear as far as how that works. Now, this is a relatively new form, so we can tweak it along the way, but this will provide a great deal of structure to the process. So as you can see, for each one of the different components, there are components separated out based on your team members. So you're in the beginning, in the very beginning, your timeline proposal, we're signing that we have all read it and agreed to it. And then at the very end, after the timeline is completed, then as the student, you will sign and date the completion, and the chair will review the completion of the document as well. And just remember that the timeliness as far as compliance with the projected timeline, there are points attached to that, so I want to be very clear about that. So if you have any questions about this particular form, let me know, but it's set up so that everyone's on the same page, we're transparent, and we can move forward. We will be able to identify if there's any glitches along the way. So let's go back into the course. Here are the textbooks that will be helpful to you as you're completing the final leg as far as your project, and just the gold standards as far as grading things by 1 week of the due date and responding to communications. So let's go ahead and move on down. Okay, these are the leadership modules, and there's a key up here for the student learning outcomes, what's included in each one of the student learning outcomes, and then you'll find the content under each one of the corresponding folders, so you'll know where things are. So for instance, when we're talking quite a bit about the timeline, when you're looking to submit the timeline, you will do it under student learning outcome number 2. So if you have any questions about this, please let me know. Okay, and rounding out the course, we have the One-Stop Library Shop that is a resource for you. We have the help desk and IT support, as well as the program evaluation. So you'll need to do that. There are points assigned, or a point assigned to the program evaluation, and that's over the entire program. And then we have the course evaluation itself. So if you have any questions or concerns about Nursing 793, please let me know, but I look forward to working with you as you complete your journey. Thank you so much, and take care now.